What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel where we talk about everything Marvel and the MCU. Today, we'll talk about Wolverine in the MCU, which I'm sure fans are very excited about. The writers of Deadpool 3 had this sort of discussion about what they were expecting from Marvel Studios and their casting of Wolverine. And this is quite interesting because Ryan Reynolds, who plays Deadpool, and Hugh Jackman are extremely close. For the time being, there hasn't been a standalone Deadpool movie featuring Wolverine, despite the fact that they've made numerous references to the character, and we won't go into details about Wolverine's X-Men origin. Even in the credits for Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds went back in time and sort of killed off that character. However, this is kind of exciting because Deadpool 3 will be set in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and everyone involved with the film, including the writers, work at Marvel Studios. Therefore, technically speaking, this news is coming from Marvel Studios, though not from Kevin Feige or any other executive producer per se. But first, let's hear what they want from the future Wolverine in the MCU. I must say that all of the recent Wolverine talk has led me to believe that the mutant X-Men will be mentioned in the MCU at San Diego Comic-Con and D23. After all, President Kevin Feige did speak about the X-Men at the 2019 San Diego Comic-Con, so yes, we are long overdue for an update, and it appears that some big news will be revealed at SDCC and D23. So let's hope some of it is about the mutants. However, the Deadpool writers have some casting suggestions for Wolverine, and I must say that I completely agree with them. I believe that many fans will agree, and it's also a little amusing. On the post-credit podcast, Rhett Reese, the writer for Deadpool 3, discussed the qualities he'd like to see in the MCU Wolverine, and here's what he had to say. Suggestions. It has to be someone shorter this time, like Zach Galifianakis or Patton Oswalt or someone like that. I'm not sure why he'd say that, and I think it's obviously a joke. I don't think he'll really want Zach or Patton Oswalt to play Wolverine. No offense to them, but Rhett Reese did go ahead to put out some pretty good information by saying, "Look, we don't have any inside information on that, and even if we did, we couldn't share it, so we don't. But we'll go for a more unknown person because Hugh Jackman was relatively unknown the first time, and I think there was an initial buzz of, oh, he's too tall, he doesn't look right, or what's this Australian thing?" I really think if they play their cards right, they should probably make it someone we've probably never seen. And that's a pretty interesting suggestion. I do like the idea. This is because it's true. When Hugh Jackman became Wolverine, he wasn't popular at that time, and he's going to make some amazing movies all through his career. Although X-Men movie was pretty big, I mean, he is Wolverine. He's known for being Wolverine. And the other writer for Deadpool 3, Paul Warnock, stepped in and said, "Oh, don't worry, they'll play their cards right." Well, you know Kevin Feige, he knows what he's doing there. He doesn't need our opinions. This fascinates me because I'm sure Kevin Feige worked for Marvel at one point and was involved in the production of the X-Men movies. That was actually how he got started with Marvel, and there have actually been tons of casting for Wolverine recently, and a lot of them have been pretty good, but not as good as Patton Oswalt, but good nonetheless. Although I agree with the writers, I believe Wolverine should be shorter because in the comics he is 5'3", implying that he is quite short and is 300 pounds. But keep in mind that that weight is from the adamantium, even though Wolverine is always dang jacked, which is one of the main complaints about Hugh Jackman's Wolverine. He was significantly too tall to be Wolverine. Don't get me wrong, I admire him as Wolverine, and whoever the new Wolverine is, they will undoubtedly have some big shoes to fill. But since we're essentially rebooting, it'd be preferable to go with someone more comically accurate, someone Deadpool can make fun of for being short, and we all know Ryan Reynolds will crack a joke. Anyway, please let me know what you think about all of this. Personally, I thought it was cool to hear from Deadpool 3 writers. Hopefully, they'll include some jokes. But who do you think will play Wolverine in the end? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to stay up to date on all the latest Marvel news. Thank you for taking time to watch. See you in the next one.